What's up, guys? Tony the GM with a quarterback video. New York Jets quarterback history since Darnold. Now, I'm a lifelong Jet fan. When the Jets drafted Darnold, I didn't think they should have drafted a quarterback. The roster was horrible. The best players on the roster were Quincy Enunwa, Leonard, the edge rusher, and Adams, a young safety. The Jets weren't ready to draft a quarterback, guys. The roster was horrible. Now, his first few years in the NFL, Donald wasn't supported. Anderson would have been a great wide receiver 3. Crowder would have been a great wide receiver 3. Enunwa was the key. He could have been a very solid wide receiver 2 at worst. And his injury set Donald back quite a bit. Now, here's the thing. They never built around Donald, guys. The offensive line was consistently horrible. The coaching was horrible for Donald. And he stood no chance. But if you looked at his games with a healthy roster in his first 4 years of football, including the Panthers, he had 4 straight games in each year where he performed at a very high level. And the Jets really missed this. Okay? If you gave him a healthy, bad roster, he still performed at a high level in certain times during the year. So not only was the roster bad, but it was it was injured also. So, mistake number 2, giving up on Donald after they should have never drafted him. Number 3, drafting Zach Wilson. At the time, I had Zach Wilson as totally undraftable, guys. I was all over Jet YouTube, all over actually every Zach Wilson video you could find saying that he was undraftable. He had clear-cut deficiencies that the NFL missed on. Easily, this is where I learned the most on how to draft a quarterback, guys. You see that play right there? It's the longest air yard throw in stride for a touchdown. 31 air yards from scrimmage. Okay? The kid lacked depth. He couldn't judge. He had zero depth perception. He had huge issues. He played in a perfectly supported environment in college. He never faced pressure. The only game that he faced pressure was Coastal Carolina, and he looked horrible. His route tree was totally non-existent. I'm one of the only quarterback evaluators who actually bring up the word route tree, taken off the top of a defense consistently. Okay? That was his longest touchdown. I mean, if you go back and look at his Jet film, sadly, guys, there's no touchdown that passed longer than 10 air yards from scrimmage, okay, that ended in a touchdown other than broken plays or his pro day throw. Now, that's in 3 years of football, guys, okay? His issues in college, he only threw back shoulder. He only threw short verticals, okay? And everything else was totally non-existent. He couldn't judge depth. Now, he failed totally in the pros. He was as undraftable. Now, since I started evaluating, Wilson, Simpson, and Sanders are the only total undraftable quarterbacks I have ever named, guys. Now let's move on. They traded 2 picks for a 39-year-old quarterback. Another huge mistake, guys. The roster wasn't ready for Aaron Rodgers. It's that simple. Now, Green Bay has the most chemistry and continuity of any team in football over the past 15, 20 years. Now, if you take Aaron Rodgers' 15 years in Green Bay and looked at his projected starting offensive line, that's 5 starters a year for 15 years. That's 75 starters, right? Shockingly, of those 75 years, 5 of them were played by a free agent offensive lineman. He had the most chemistry and continuity. The entire offensive roster was drafted. Did you hear what I just said? Okay. It was incredible, the amount of chemistry and continuity, which is something that you need to win in football, which Jet fans absolutely do not understand. Okay? Now, what they did is they took Aaron Rodgers, a Hall of Fame quarterback, and they put him behind an offensive line that never played together. My initial reaction was, he's going to get killed. Now, then they tried to force feed Green Bay's offense onto the Jets without the proper skill set players. Okay? He only had Hall and Garrett Wilson. So in order to implement force feed the offense, they brought in Lazard and they tried to bring in other players familiar with his system. You know, he played with Adams, right? Another all-time Jet, bad, horrible move. Now, sadly, if Rodgers was the quarterback the year previous, the Jets would have probably made the playoffs. Where did I learn chemistry and continuity? That's exactly where I learned it, guys. Why the NFL constantly misses on quarterbacks. Okay, this is mistake number 5. Justin Fields, 2-year, $40 million contract, huge cap hit. Great kid, all the talent in the world. Arm strength is there. Arm talent isn't, guys. That's a huge reason why he misses. His processing skills are not there, guys. But, what fans say, he won 6 games, I believe, in Pittsburgh, had a winning record. It's a team game, guys. Another reason why the NFL fails miserably when drafting quarterbacks. You can't draft a quarterback based on college win-loss. You can't draft a quarterback based on college stats. Certain advanced stats, maybe. Each offensive coordinator is different in college, guys. You need to look at what a coordinator is doing with him or what you could actually see the quarterback doing. That's why you need to look off. You have to look at different things in order to find an actual quarterback. Now, here's the thing. Footwork, stats, mechanics, college win-loss record mean absolutely nothing when looking for an NFL quarterback, guys. That's coachable and support. You need to look special places to find a quarterback. That's why I have a very high success rate, because I'm actually looking at the quarterback. Let's go to the next issue with the Jets. This is Tyler Shuck. One of the easiest calls for an NFL franchise quarterback of the last 5 years, guys. Kid checks every box. The typical fan, oh, but he's too old. Right. Jets haven't had a franchise quarterback since Pennington. Tyler Shuck's too old for Jet fans. Tyler Shuck was injured. Right. He had 3 broken bones. Broken bones heal, guys. Now, looking at the quarterback skill set, this was the biggest miss the Jets were handed a quarterback. Okay, I basically handed him a quarterback. Now, why? If you look at the Miami game alone, the kid singularly, okay, almost won that game. The kid could do anything. He has the it factor. What a huge skill set. Huge NFL miss, guys. Now, you need to watch the New Orleans Saints because they will be contenders if Shuck stays healthy in the next 2 years. Because the coaching staff knows exactly what they're doing. I'll put that out there. Now let's go on to the next. I'll consider this one a very big miss, Jet fans. This is my next one, guys. I basically handed you Drew Aller. And I'm saying this before he even plays a college game. Jet fans, oh, but he lost a big game. Right. Okay, guys. It's a team game. He threw an interception in a playoff game. Right, guys? It's a team game. Now, oh, he has football, footwork issues. Right, guys? His biggest miss probably at the quarterback position. Easily the best quarterback of the last 5 years, guys. Now, I don't use statistics, but I want you to clearly listen to what I'm saying. When you look at a college quarterback, you need to look at the offensive coordinator. If you look at Cam Ward in college, they ran the same exact couple of plays. If you look at Dante Moore, they run the same exact couple of plays. Okay? If you look at Drew Aller, he has the entire route tree. Now, here's the thing. They ask him to make some very tough throws, guys. Now, you guys look at the bad footwork misses occasionally. I look at the entirety of film. Now, they asked him to make a layered out pattern 6 or 7 times. Very tough throw. He never missed it. Never. He had a drop. That's it. They asked him to make a 50-plus air yard post. 50 air yard throws. I hate to break it to you guys. The only time he missed it was a Hail Mary or a contested catch drop. He hit every single one. They asked him to attack the middle of the field 20-plus yards in front of him. He completed 65% of those passes. They asked him to hit vertical seam routes consistently with the player running away from him in front of him. Huge timing play, guys, that no other quarterback's asked to do at a consistent level. He hit it at a consistent level. The skill set is 1% generational on talent. Biggest miss that, and Jet fans are still going to say the same thing. Oh, but, right, guys. I wanted a generational quarterback. Another huge miss. Now, I'll say this before it happens, okay? Let's move on to the next one. Now, here's another thing, guys. Okay, Brady Cook. We're Jet fans, right? The kid played on, after Garrett Wilson got hurt, the worst offense in the NFL when it came to support. Now, what do you guys judge a quarterback by? Brady Cook needed to sit a year and a half minimum. Okay. If you look at the kid's skill set, it's actually better than Bo Nix. It's better than Simpson by a mile. Okay. The kid was injured his previous year in college. That's why the kid fell. Okay. His trajectory was on point. He should have been drafted higher than an undrafted free agent. Now, not all quarterbacks are plug and play NFL ready, guys. I'm not saying Cook is going to be a premier starter in the NFL. I'm saying that Jet fans have no understanding of the quarterback position. There's no reason to give up on a kid like Cook. Okay, if you look at some of these throws, one thing that interested me is when I went back to his college tape, his ability to take off the top of a defense. He had quite a few in stride, 45 plus air yard throws. The kid has the skill set, just have to be patient, which is one thing Jet fans don't have. Now, while we're talking about that, I want to bring up Mike White, okay? Mike White was a 5-year sit, right? Mentally, he's a high-end NFL quarterback. Physically, he doesn't have the tools to be a high-end NFL quarterback. That's why you need to look at certain special things when you're looking for a quarterback. Cook that's a very nice throw on a move, guys. Now, Cook has the skill set to succeed. He also has the work ethic. Now, if you're looking for system quarterbacks, which I don't want, Cook could be developed into that. So patience is key. Okay, you see that back shoulder throw? That's the same exact number that Ty Simpson has on his entire film, okay, of last year. So, can he be an NFL quarterback? Maybe. But Shen fans, with their win now, lack of patience, the organization in general, okay, consistently misses this. Be patient, guys. Support the player. Very nice layered throw in the middle of the field, by the way. Now, here's another one, guys, okay? Now, Cook fell in the draft because of injury. Here's another one who fell in the draft because of injury, Cade Klubnik. Now, the skill sets are basically identical. Cade Klubnik also has enough to succeed skill-wise in the NFL. He has a slightly plus arm. He has enough speed. He is a good athlete. Now, here's the thing, guys. I think Muji's trying to recreate the Bo Nix game manager type quarterback, which is something I might not fall in love with. But could Klubnik and Cook fill that type of roster? I believe so. Okay, there's a lot of plus. The kid has some type of it factor in him also. Okay, he does have guts. I'll give you that one thing, which is a lot more than I see from a lot of quarterbacks that were drafted this year. Okay, can he make it in the NFL? I truly believe that he could. If he sits a while, could learn. You see how he stood and took that hit? That he could run an NFL offense successfully. Now, I'm not talking elite quarterback. A lot of his balls sail on him. It's going to take him time, okay? He's going to need to be fully supported. He's not carrying your team. But can he be a future NFL quarterback? Yes, I believe so. Now let's go on to the 27 draft. Now, why the NFL misses on drafting quarterbacks? A lot of quarterbacks don't have the skill to play in the NFL, guys. It's that simple. I hear Jet fans, oh, let's draft this guy, let's draft that guy. No, guys, that's not how it works. One of the key factors when drafting a quarterback is arm talent. You don't use college statistics. You don't look at basic plays when evaluating a quarterback. Eliminate footwork and mechanics because that's coachable. Now, that's an issue because the NFL lacks patience. So instead of spending quality time developing quarterbacks who need development, they try to get plug and play because of mechanics quarterbacks, even though they lack the actual talent. That's the main reason that the NFL misses. Not every quarterback is draftable, guys. Now, chasing stats, everybody's going, oh, but he won the national championship. Or, oh, his team won 13 games. Whatever. It's a team game, guys. You need to look at certain special areas when looking at a quarterback. Taking the top off of defense is one. Arm talent throws is two. What happens off platform after the initial game play breaks down is three. High level it factor throws. Extension plays on film after initial play breaks down. Running with their eyes open when they're under pressure. These are the special things that you need to look at, guys. Okay? If you say, oh, but he threw for 4,000 yards and 89 touchdowns, you have zero knowledge of the game, guys. I'm sorry. I'm being polite, okay? You need to look at every play a quarterback does. The key factor that you're looking for is, does the throw match the play consistently? That's why the NFL misses on quarterbacks, okay? If you're looking for a quarterback because they fail because they look for a quarterback who could fit their current offensive coordinator's system. Meanwhile, they don't have the talent for that system. That's one reason that they fail. Number two, they fail because they think they could develop things that are not developable. Is that a word, developable? Arm talent is not something that you can develop, guys. It's natural. The natural instinct of matching the throw to the play instantaneously is not coachable, guys. It's not. It's a natural occurrence. Now, there are two quarterbacks in the 27 draft who match the throw to the play consistently. Both of them transferred to high-level coaching situations. So I fully believe that they're going to explode in next year's draft. And they have the talent to match. Hoover went to Indiana, who will again contend for the national championship. Hoover has much more talent than Mendoza, guys. I said it now, okay? Mendoza was basically a game manager at Indiana. The next quarterback is Mensa, who went to Miami following Beck and Ward, who saved their careers. Miami's offensive coordinator, Miami's offense, very quarterback friendly and helps produce stats. But here's the thing, Mensa also has high-end NFL arm talent. The only other quarterback as of now is obviously Manning. And again, you guys are looking at statistics. You're not looking at the fact that he went from not playing high-end high school ball to going to Texas. And the kid needs time. He has the skill set, guys. He's mechanically sound, and he does have the skill set to play in the NFL. The brain's there also. He just needs time. Again, you guys look at the same thing, why the NFL. That was a very nice throw by Hoover, by the way. This is why the NFL constantly misses on quarterbacks. I'm going to bring up one other quarterback as of now. I don't like Ohio State, Oregon quarterbacks, Alabama quarterbacks, because they're continuously supported at a high-end level, and they are game managers at best. Now, the only other quarterback as of now that I'm really keeping an eye on is Sayan, the Ohio State quarterback, because he does seem to have some type of talent in there. Okay? The first Ohio State quarterback that I would even think of drafting in a while. Now, a lot of what he does, Smith helps him out in the high end NFL talent at the position, could hide some of his deficiencies. But could he be an NFL quarterback? I'd keep my eyes open. I'm already out on some of the quarterbacks, guys. That everybody is all over. I mean, if you think that Chambliss is going to be an NFL quarterback, if you think Dante Moore is going to be an NFL quarterback, no, guys. I'll be the first to say it. I was out on Moore last year. You're going to come up with the same exact thing. Oh, but he's playing for the national championship, or he's producing stats. No, guys. Okay, if you look at what Dante Moore did last year, okay, the past couple of years, he has the same exact throw on a short 40 or 35 yard seam type throw for a touchdown on film. The same exact play, guys. He has nothing else on film. Nothing. Okay? He's just a game manager at Oregon on a loaded team. That's not how you find an NFL quarterback, guys. Put the stats, the stats and the box scores away. Take care, guys. There's going to be a lot of quarterback videos on next year's draft class because the Jets have 3 first-round picks, and they need to get it right. Now, having Klubnik and Cook as 2 and 3 on rookie deals is absolute genius, Smooch. Okay. Could they fit with Mensa and Hoover? Oh, most definitely. I think they all have the same type of skill set. Keep an eye open, guys. The Jets are in a great position. And, they're building the roster right. There's a lot of positives. Get behind the team, guys. Okay, and be patient. You need to have Mike White level patience that the NFL had, that Dallas had, all these teams had, and use it on the right skill set to develop a quarterback. Take care, guys.